Welcome back to another how-to video. How I do video. How about that? It's gonna be a little bit different, but it's still gonna be along the cooling system of a Massey Ferguson 2675. We already have it tore down a lot of the ways as far as shields and stuff. If you want to see that, click up somewhere up here, I think, or here, I don't know, in the related video. The beginning of it, we'll be tearing this all down to this point. What today's project is removing and reinstalling a radiator on a Massey Ferguson 2675. I believe this one's a 1979 model. Pretty interesting tractor, especially the story for us. Our plan is to remove this radiator, take it to a radiator shop, have them fix it, and then we'll put it back in. That's the goal. First off, Adrian's going to start by removing this front transmission cooler. He's just going to pull the cotter pin and the washer off, slide this pin out, and just set it off to the side a little bit. Also, you need to remove these bolts. These have been done for us already. I have both hose clamps loose on this piece of line. Just pulled off. May make a bit of a mess. I already drained the coolant. That is in the related video. Just lay that off to the side for now. On the top here, there's a little bit of a clamp similar to this. It just goes right on top here and holds these down, these lines. Just remove that. I removed this also in the later video, which is in the earlier video, but it's just 4 bolts. Run them out, take the top piece off. You need to remove your top big line and your smaller line here on top. You need to remove this boot and this boot. This whole pipe, intake pipe, slides through this main shield that the radiator's on. Then you'll have to unbolt these and slide it out once it's out. But to get there, you need to remove that wire and the ether line right here. Now, if the exhaust line that goes from your exhaust to your intake isn't all rotted off, you need to take that off too. Remove the top bracket bolts, both sides. Remove the 3 bottom bolts on each side. And this thing is pretty well loose. Once you have your radiator loose, you can come in here on the side, loosen your fan 6 9/16 bolts. These were 9/16, these were 1/2 inch, and the rest was hose clamps almost. Remove these top 2 brackets, 2 bolt brackets. And that should slide out nicely. That's good. You're gonna also need to remove 4. You need to remove this shroud, this bracket. So it's 4 studs with nuts on them on each side for the shroud. 2 bolts on each side with the bracket. To remove the intake and the whole top bracket, there's 2 bolts right here and right here on each side. You need to remove that, and that'll come right off. We're going to take this radiator apart now. There's 3 mounting brackets on the side of the radiator. This here, the top piece, the front piece, and the rear piece. We're going to remove that now. Just take a, what size is that again?
11 millimeter.
11 millimeter, and just remove it. Remove the bottom mounting brackets. Just remove holes on each side. As you can see, this radiator was damaged there. There's some damage on the other side, and it's all built up with gunk. So it needs some work. That's what we're gonna say. And just like that, it's out. We're gonna go take this to the repair shop and get them to fix it. Stay there. It's actually a quite beautiful day out today. And it's been close to a week since I tore everything apart. We have a new to us radiator used, because to recore this one, it was like $1,100. A new one was $450, I think. This one was $250. So hopefully it works. It looks pretty well the same. Of course, there's one thing that's different up here. We'll take a look at that in a little bit. But I don't think it's gonna matter. If anything, we have to extend a wire or something simple. This, I'm not entirely sure. I don't remember what this wire is for, but maybe coolant sensor, some for sensor, is over here. This one is over here. So there to there, or there. This one would be here, and that's the good one. It's supposed to be a good one. So we're gonna flush it a little bit, call it good, stick it in. I don't know if I'll have it in by the end of the evening, but we're gonna try. While you have everything apart like this and can get to your belts very easily, if your belts are in bad shape, you may want to replace them. I replaced these before, but they're the wrong size, so I can replace them again. The others were in awful shape. This part of the process is much easier with two people, and it's not easy with two people, but it's a lot easier than one person is going to be. So I'm going to put it in. What I'm going to do is set the cooler all up. We got our fan in, our shroud, everything. Coolant system's primed and pumped. Dad started it here a few days ago. Yes, these videos take like 2 weeks to make. We also, here in the end, the front grill piece, for some reason they never put a plug in on those wires. So what we're doing is we just cut them and we splice wires so we can basically spliced our own plugs in. We're not going to put it any more together than this for now. We're still missing a few pieces, and there's still a little bit of stuff that we want to get done to it, but we're going to try to start it and drive it a little bit tonight. Well, she runs, she works. There's a little bit of stuff I need to figure out, like there's a a water pressure light coming on, so I need to figure out where that is and what its matter is. So we'll have to do that later. But that's how you replace the radiator in a Massey Ferguson 2675. I believe this is 1979, 80, or 81. I forget which model year it is. It's somewhere around there. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.